The Canadian Grand Prix is upon us, and with such famous things as the raft race and the man-made island in the middle of Montreal, we are looking forward to what could be an interesting weekend. Not the same kind of weather that we're expecting from last season, where we saw the wet qualifying that saw Fernando Alonso on the front row of the grid, but I think we can probably expect the Canadian-owned Aston Martin team to get up towards the front row again this weekend. High-speed track with some of the slowest corners on the calendar as well. But, again, one that Alonso's run well at, and with Aston Martin's trajectory this season, it could easily go well for them as well. I haven't seen too many headlines going into the weekend, but well, anything can happen, right? It's Formula 1. The Wall of Champions always awaits coming out of the final chicane. And with these ground effect cars, it'll be interesting to see who can hang on where throughout this circuit. Could it be that Mercedes are starting to climb back up the order? They looked like the second best package in Spain, and some of the corner characteristics are pretty similar to Canada. The only difference is there's not as much elevation. At the flatter tracks, we have seen cars like the Aston performing quite well. Remember last year, this was where Mercedes were trying everything to make sure that their operating window was maximised. Because this is one of the tracks that they struggled at a little bit more. It's where we saw them running the light underneath the cars to see how their porpoising was going on. And maybe that flat surface could benefit some of the other cars, some of the other teams, because the lack of a gradient means you don't have to worry about the ride height so much, because it tends to be a bit more consistent. So we could see some teams that are struggling this season, such as AlphaTauri and Haas, performing a lot closer to the rest of the pack. I mean, think of Albert Park stuff, for example. But of course, only the one hometown hero this year, Lance Stroll. Could he beat his teammate for the second week in a row? Well, anything can happen in motor racing, and it usually does. So, get your predictions in. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.